Hello everyone. Welcome to Machine Coding Interview. I am Sanjay and in this class we will discuss the class diagram of snake and ladder. So for making the classes in the class diagram, the first thing we need to do is find out the nouns from the requirements. The nouns will be the class and the verbs whatever we find will be the methods of the classes. So let's see what are the nouns here. So there will be a board of exercise. So here we can see that board is a noun. So the board will be one class here and the size will be its property. There can be multiple players. So again the player will be noun. So we can see that there will be one player which is a class. There can be only one role with n number of faces and n should be customizable. You might think that the role is a noun here, but actually this is working as a function for the dice. So what we are going to roll? So we are going to dice the roll. We are going to roll the dice. So the noun here will be the dice which has the number of faces and we are going to roll the dice. That's why the class is dice here. Games should be loaded with any number of snakes and ladders, which should be customizable. So snakes and ladders will be the nouns here. So there is a snake class and there is a ladder class. And then there is one game also. So the game will also be a class here. All players will be at position 1 at the start of the game. So here we don't see any noun. Players will play in a fixed order which should be decided at the start of the game. So here we can see the noun is player, so the player will be a class here. And what property the player will be holding? The player will be having a name, a symbol and a cell where the player currently is. There should be at least 2 players in the game. So we have already created a class for a player and a game. Number of snakes should not be more than the size of the board and number of ladders should not be more than the size of the board. So in the board we have already a size property and we have already created a board. Board size should be at least 3 cells. So here we have board which has a size, so this is already created. Now let's see what will be the cardinality of this system. So here we can see the game has a next player index. So why the game has a next player index? Because whenever player is playing any game, the users will come based on their index. The users will play the game based on their index. So whatever the index will be there for the player, he will be executing the next move. Now what is the relation between the game and the board? So here you can see this is an aggregation symbol. It means game has a variable board which is of type board. And what does this mean? The diamond symbol shows that this board can exist without the game. And here also we can see that there is one aggregation relationship. It means game has a dice of type dice and the relation between game and dice is 1 to many. It means game has only one dice, but one dice can be played in multiple games. In the same way, game has only one board, but in one board many games can be played. That's why we have created 1 to star relationship. Means one board can be played in multiple games and one dice can be played in multiple games. In one game there can be multiple players. So this players is a variable in a game class and this players will be of type list of players. Each game has one game status. So game has a variable which is type game status which is enum and the status will be not started, in progress and so when the game is initialized then it will be not started phase. When the game started then it will be in progress state and when the game is over then it will be in over state. Now each board has number of snakes and number of ladders. So we can see the relationship is aggregation here. So each board has multiple snakes and each board have multiple ladders. So we have shown as star star means many to many relationship here. What it means is one ladder can be used in multiple boards and one board can have multiple ladders. It looks little bit incorrect. So what we can do is we can say that one board can have multiple ladders, which is fine, but one ladder will be used only in one board. So here we can change it to 1. And in the same way, we can say that in one board there will be multiple snakes, but one snake will be there only in one board. So it will be 1. So I hope this is clear. Let's go through this again. In the board there will be multiple snakes, but one snake will be there only in one board. And in one board there will be multiple ladder, but that ladder belongs to only one board. And why we have shown this relationship? Because the snake can exist without the board, and the ladder can exist without the board. So this diamond symbol shows the aggregation, and suppose this ladder object does not exist without the board, then we have to show this diamond as filled black diamond, and that will be the composition relationship. Yeah, that's it from this class diagram. See you in the next chapter. Thank you.